Sophia, I was just chatting with a client. She totally adores her partner in person. Amazing chemistry, great vibes. But their texting? It's a disaster, a total disconnect. She's so frustrated.
Isabella, I hear this constantly. It's a common story. Texting compatibility is a huge deal in relationships, even with amazing in-person connection. That frustrating texting style can totally lead to misunderstandings, anxiety, and a huge disconnect. It's like a different language. Understanding those nuances is vital for healthy communication.
Right? You see their text and you're like, who is this person? Totally different vibe. So what exactly is texting compatibility, Sophia? What are we really talking about?
It's how well your texting habits align. Frequency, response times, immediate or cool waiting, tone, emoji use, message length. When styles differ, it causes friction, frustration, anxiety, feeling low-key devalued. Research backs this. Similar texting styles mean greater relationship satisfaction. It's measurable.
Wow, that's really interesting. It makes so much sense, though. So, okay, what are some of those common habits that really hurt relationships? Because I can think of a few myself, but I'm curious what the science says, what you've seen.
Oh, there are so many, Isabella. First point, replying while distracted. Sending those short, flat, or incomplete messages when your attention is split, that can really make your partner feel unimportant. Second, over-texting or under-texting. Constantly bombarding someone, that can be super overwhelming. But then infrequent or super short responses, they can make someone feel devalued or just uninteresting. It's a delicate balance. Third, dumping big topics by text, like serious issues, money, trust, intimacy. Talking about these via text removes all those crucial nonverbal cues, body language, tone of voice, and it totally leads to misunderstandings and unresolved conflicts. It's a recipe for disaster, honestly.
Oh, I totally agree with that one. I think I've been guilty of maybe trying to just get something off my chest quickly via text, and it never, ever works out. It just creates more issues, Exactly. And fourth point, Isabella, double texting after no reply. Repeatedly messaging when there's no immediate response can come across as a bit pushy or anxious, It can feel a little much. And then fifth, lack of emotional expression. Texting, it strips away the tonality, the facial expressions, body language, the energy, all that makes human interaction so meaningful. Less than 3.5% of the true message is understood through text alone, It's really minimal. And finally, avoiding real conversations. Using texting to dodge difficult or emotional talks, it just worsens misunderstandings and prevents issues from being resolved head-on. It's not a solution, it's a delay, really.
Okay, wait. 3.5%? That's actually wild. It totally makes sense now why in-person connection can feel so awesome, but then texting can just be such a mess. What even is that gap, Sophia? What's really going on?
Right? It really comes down to how limited text is, honestly. With face-to-face, you get instant feedback. Body language, expressions, tone. Those cues carry so much of a message's real meaning. We pick up on so much subconsciously, and texting just strips all that away. That's why it's super easy for messages to get totally misinterpreted. What feels like disinterest over text could literally just be a different vibe, or someone who's genuinely swamped. We project a ton onto those silent moments, and that's often not fair to anyone.
Oh, for sure. I've been there, spiraling a bit, jumping to conclusions. So if you're totally into someone IRL, they're awesome, but their texting is just driving you absolutely nuts. What's the actual game plan? What are our first moves?
Okay, that is the key question. First up, some self-analysis. You gotta figure out why their texting bugs you. Is it frequency, length, tone, something deeper? Really dig into that. Second, just chill for a bit and observe. Especially early on, it's smart to let minor differences play out. Text back in a way that feels good to you. Often as people get closer, they'll mirror habits. See if things shift. Third, save the big stuff for in-person talks. Seriously, those heavier conversations, conflict, sensitive topics, need face-to-face, or at minimum, a call. These methods bring back crucial nonverbal cues for instant clarification, stopping misunderstandings from blowing up. It's the only effective way to handle intense topics, you know?
That makes so much sense. Like, don't just jump to conclusions. Give it time. But then eventually, you probably have to talk about it, right? You can't just silently stew forever.
Absolutely, Isabella. That leads to the most crucial step. Have an open and honest conversation. And this is important. Have it in person, not over text. Don't text about texting. Timing and setting are key. When you talk, use I statements. Frame your concerns focusing on your feelings, not accusing them. Like, when I don't hear from you for a while, I start to feel a little rejected, you know? That's much better than you never text me back.
Oh, that's so important. I feel versus you do. That's a huge difference in how it's received. And I'm sure it's hard to do in the moment, too, when you're feeling frustrated.
It is, but it's vital. And also express your needs clearly. Communicate your preferred texting style, frequency, and desired response times. But then crucially, understand their perspective too. They might have completely legitimate reasons for their style. A demanding job, a preference for slower communication, or maybe they're just not glued to their phone. Understanding their schedule, and being willing to accommodate can be incredibly helpful. It's not about one person changing everything. It's about collaborating on solutions. Work together to find a rhythm that feels supportive and comfortable for both of you. This could involve agreeing on specific times to text, or just sending quick thinking of you messages, or even setting boundaries around response expectations. It's a joint effort, always.
I really like that idea of collaborating on solutions, It's not just about one person giving in. So after you've had that conversation, what else can you do to build better habits around texting?
Right. After that talk, the next big step is setting healthy boundaries. Discuss and agree on things like when it's okay to text, suitable topics, and reasonable response times. It's about getting on the same page and using texting as a tool for connection, not control.
That's a great distinction. Not for control, but for connection. I think sometimes people get those mixed up, trying to manage the relationship through texts.
Exactly. And if in-person talks aren't always an option, voice notes or video calls are a fantastic middle ground. They provide tone and nuance text can't. Texting should enhance, not replace, those meaningful face-to-face connections for resolving big issues. Open communication, empathy, and adapting are absolutely key. It's all about finding that balance.
Absolutely, Sophia. Balance is definitely key. Such valuable insights today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Isabella. If this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. For daily inspiration, thought nuggets, and community, follow Good Life Guide on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. Watch us here on YouTube to sit back and relax, or listen on Spotify and other podcast platforms for convenient on-the-go listening. Find more resources at www.goodlifeguide.org. We genuinely love spreading this awareness and appreciate the community we're building together.